Namaste. This is me Swetha Reddy, Bjp Mahila Neta, National General Secretary for Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay Sangh RSS, New Delhi. As a part of Jai Shri Ram digital media campaign, I am with librarian Mahesh Sharma ji for Indian Council of World Affairs, and I would like to take his voice about Hinduism, about Hindu God and Hindu Dharma, since he is also from RSS background. And good part of Maheshji is whoever comes to meet him, he keeps on giving Bhagavad Gitas in different languages. For example, if a Tamil person comes and meets him, he gives Tamil Bhagavad Gita. If a Telugu person comes and meets him, he gives Telugu Bhagavad Gita. If a Hindi person comes and meets him, he gives Hindi Bhagavad Gita. So, basing on the language with which that particular person comes and meet, in that language, that person will be gifted with a wonderful Bhagavad Gita. As you know that Bhagavad Gita is having a very great history, and all Hindus respect Bhagavad Gita, and all the Gurujis, spiritual Gurujis, all the Hindu people will keep on reading it, listening it through the form of musics, reading it through the books, and especially nowadays the Sanskrit version of Bhagavad Gita is being translated into our regional languages like Telugu, Tamil, Hindi, Malayalam, etc. Now, I just wanted to take his voice since he is also having a spiritual passion, and he is also fought for our Hindu Dharma. He is also the person who has come from RSS. Mahesh ji, as a part of Jai Shri Ram digital media campaign,
Jai Shri Ram,
being a Bjp Mahila Neta and National General Secretary for Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay Sangh RSS, I would like to take your voice about Hinduism. How you feel about being Hindu?
Being Hindu, हिंदू धर्म होना, मैं हिंदी में बोलूंगा.
हाँ, ठीक है.
क्योंकि कल मैं हिंदी भवन में था.
नो प्रॉब्लम.
एक कवि सम्मेलन में. तो हिंदू होना अपने आप में एक गर्व का विषय है, क्योंकि ये जो श्रीमद् भगवद गीता है, दिस इज द स्पेशल फीचर ऑफ ग्रेट इंडिया. इसका हम कुछ भी पढ़ते हैं, सुनते हैं, देखते हैं भगवान श्री कृष्ण के प्रवचनों को. एक श्लोक है, देखिए क्या, तस्मादज्ञान संभूतम हिर्ष्णं ज्ञानासिनात्मनः चित्वैनं संशयं योगमातिष्ठोतिष्ठ भारत. योगमातिष्ठोतिष्ठ भारत. तू योग में खड़ा हो जा, तेरा संशय नष्ट हो जाएगा. और योग क्या है? संशय को नष्ट करने वाला. और योग आजकल, by the way, I am very much lucky that at that time in the United Nations, my boss Ashok Mukherjee was ambassador in the United Nations, and he tried his best and got result while internationalizing the yoga. अंतर्राष्ट्रीय योग दिवस उन्हीं के अथक प्रयत्नों से यूनाइटेड नेशंस में पास हुआ था. योगा आजकल तो पूरी दुनिया मनाती है. ऑफ एवरी कल्चर, एवरी सिविलाइजेशन आप देखेंगे. और श्रीमद् भगवद गीता क्या है? ब्रह्म विद्यायाम योग शास्त्रे श्री कृष्णार्जुन संवादे. तो ये योग शास्त्र है. एक्चुअली जो फिजिकल जो ड्रिल होता है इंटरनेशनली, वो तो होता ही है, साथ में श्रीमद् भगवद गीता क्या है? दिस इज द डायलॉग बिटवीन ह्यूमन बीइंग और ह्यूमैनिटी एंड दैट ऑलमाइटी. ईश्वर से इस आत्मा का उस परमात्मा से मिलन योग है. तो श्रीमद् भगवद गीता भारत की पहचान है. ओके. और बीइंग हिंदू, बीइंग इंडियन, बीइंग हिंदुस्तानी, I am very much proud of this. श्रीमद् भगवद गीता को जूलियस रॉबर्ट ओपेनहाइमर भी पढ़ता था, फादर ऑफ न्यूक्लियर बम.
ग्रेट.
श्रीमद् भगवद गीता को एरविन श्रोडिंगर पढ़ता था. who was Nobel laureate and father of quantum physics. श्रीमद् भगवद गीता को अल्बर्ट आइंस्टाइन पढ़ता था. एवरीबडी, चाहे नोबेल लॉरियट हो, नोबेल प्राइज विनर हो, चाहे कोई भी हो, तो भारत के अंदर जो मध्य महाभारत के अंदर जो श्रीमद् भगवद गीता एक मणि के रूप में, मोती के रूप में चमकता हुआ ऐसा है जो कि पूरे विश्व को विश्व शांति का संदेश देता रहा है. तो इसलिए मैं हिंदू हूं, ये मुझे गर्व है और मुझे इस बात की प्रसन्नता है कि संयोग से आज बहन जी के साथ, मैडम श्वेता रेड्डी जी के साथ मैं ये बात कर रहा हूं. आई फील प्राउड ऑफ बीइंग विद हर, क्योंकि यत्र नार्यस्तु पूज्यन्ते रमन्ते तत्र देवता. और नारी शक्ति रूपा होती है. इनका जो है देख करके जो एटीट्यूड कहिए चाहे एक्टिविटी देख करके, आई फील ऑल्सो माई सेल्फ एनर्जेटिक. यत यत विभूतिमत सत्वम श्रीमत ऊर्जितम एववा तत्तदेवावगच्छत्वम मम तेजोवंश संभवम. तो आप ऊर्जा रूपा हैं, शक्ति रूपा हैं. मैं आपको सादर प्रणाम करता हूं हिंदू होने के नाते. और हिंदू का ये परम कर्तव्य है कि जहां भी कोई भी नारी, कोई स्त्री दिखाई दे तो उसको सादर प्रणाम करे.
So being a librarian for Indian Council of World Affairs, you might be seeing many foreigners coming to the library and many people from different countries.
That's right.
So nowadays in the recent times, we have observed many foreigners liking to read Bhagavad Gita, liking to listen Bhagavad Gita, liking to follow our Indian tradition, like wearing sari, wearing bindi, and liking to follow the Indian traditional culture and also doing pujas, ritual things in foreign countries. They are very passionate, they are very excited to invite spiritual gurus, sadhu santus from India, and they are practicing yoga over there. But now in India, because of the westernization, because of the influence of westernization, our kids, our people, our younger generations are failing to read Bhagavad Gita, and at least they do not even know what is the book of Bhagavad Gita. The parents are encouraging them to read science, physics, chemistry, mathematics, anything, and they wanted to nourish their kids in the path of technical profession rather than teaching or rather than guiding them to read a little mantra or to read a little sloka from Bhagavad Gita. When I was in a childhood, I am proud to say that I am a student of Chinmayananda Swamiji Missionary.
Right.
At the class of 4th standard, at the class of 5th standard, we were advised and suggested by our music teachers to read Bhagavad Gita and to participate in the competitions of Bhagavad Gita. And I have also successfully won the Bhagavad Gita competitions for 3 to 4 times when I was a kid. So why we are not able to see this kind of spiritual sense in our generation, in the younger generation?
Well, I must say one thing, that I have met Swami Tejomayanand Swamiji also in our Lodi garden when he was preaching on chapter 10. It was long years back. And I have heard Swami Tejomayanand or somebody else from Chinmay Mission in London School of Economics when I was in London Indian High Commission.
Oh.
And in Indian High Commission itself, when during the time of our lunch, myself and one professor, Dr. Will Rasmussen, he was also having thorough knowledge of this, and he used to recite Srimad Bhagavad Gita without seeing the scripture. And we both used to walk alongside of that Thames River. And we went there in the studio and we recorded the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. You can see on my YouTube also. Dr. Will Rasmussen. He was professor in London University and he used to teach, and must be teaching now also in London, in King's College, and he was PhD in Greek philosophy and is still attached to Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And he was also chanting Srimad Bhagavad Gita's verses without seeing the scripture. This is my personal experience. So, Srimad Bhagavad Gita's importance, even foreigners, they have recognized. My Vrindavan, my Govardhan, Mathura, Navadip Dham in West Bengal, everybody is chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. This is a matter of pride. And most of the devotees among that devotee group is from Russia.
Yeah.
Russia.
So Maheshji, what kind of message you wanted to pass now younger generation parents about this topic, whatever I have raised, they are forcing their kids into mathematics, they're forcing their kids into chemistry, they're forcing their kids into technical subjects, rather than advising or rather than suggesting their kids to put little time for slokas and all. About this, what is your message to be passed for the parents?
Well, one thing is that sure that all the subjects are here in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. If you see physics, in Srimad Bhagavad Gita you will find it. If you see chemistry, if you see astronomy, if you see any sort of medical treatment, or whatsoever subjects are being taught in our college or institutions or universities, you will find everything in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, because this is complete scripture, not leaving any subject without touching that. So you will find all sorts of subjects in this. Physicist or physician, both will see their relevance in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So Srimad Bhagavad Gita is a multi-dimensional scripture. So it touches all the subjects. So our dear children, our dear students, our dear professors even, they must read, follow Srimad Bhagavad Gita. As Shankar ji told Parvati ji, एकम शास्त्रम देवकी पुत्र गीतम, एको देवो देवकी पुत्र एव, एको मंत्रस्तस्य नामाने याने, कर्माप्येकम तस्य देवस्य सेवा. हे पार्वती, ये दुनिया में एक ही शास्त्र है, वो है देवकी के पुत्र ने जो कुरुक्षेत्र में गाया है. और भगवान ने भी श्रीमद् भगवद गीता में कहा है कि माम एकम शरणम व्रज, तू मेरी एक की शरण में आ जा. सब कहते हैं गॉड इज वन, अल्लाह एक है, सब कुछ है. भगवान भी तो एक है. ये एकेश्वरवाद का ही ये प्रतिपादन किया जा रहा है. माम एकम शरणम व्रज, तू मेरे एक की शरण में आ. तो सभी देवी देवताओं की पूजा करेंगे तो वो भी भगवान श्री कृष्ण, जो कि श्री कृष्णम वंदे जगत गुरुम है, उन्हीं के पास वो सेवा जाएगी. भोक्तारम यज्ञ तपसाम सर्वलोक महेश्वरम, मैं ही तो हूं सभी यज्ञों का भोग करने वाला. सर्वलोक महेश्वर मैं ही हूं. तो द सुप्रीम लॉर्ड गॉड कृष्णा और उसकी ये श्रीमद् भगवद गीता बच्चों के लिए, बड़ों के लिए, माताओं के लिए, बहनों के लिए, एडवोकेट्स के लिए, सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जजों के लिए, सबके लिए, स्वामी साधु संत वीतराग सब.
इट इज लाइक अमृतम मंत्रम,
अमृतम
फॉर ऑल एजेस.
सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दुग्धा गोपाल नंदन पार्थो वत्स सुधीर भोक्ता दुग्धम गीतामृतम महत. समुद्र मंथन है ये अमृत है, इसमें मोती ही मोती मिलेंगे आप.
धन्यवाद धन्यवाद महेश जी. I am also being vibrated when you are telling the slokas, and I'm also getting that spiritual vibes. It's very pleasure taking your voice on Hindu Dharma and Bhagavad Gita. Finally, I wanted you and me also, both of us, हम दोनों जोर से जय श्री राम बोलना चाहती हूँ मैं. चलो करो जय श्री राम, जय श्री राम और जय श्री राम. जय हिंद, जय बीजेपी, जय मोदी, जय हिंदू धर्म.